Has there ever been a moment where you felt like, oh my God, I can't be my true self? Because if I'm my true self, I may not get the job, or I may not get the deal, or I may not be liked, or maybe boxed out ever, just as.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's always going to happen. I've had those experiences, at Macy's being an executive assistant, and where I knew I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. And I would, as much as they prescribed to inclusivity and diversity, they weren't going to allow me a chance to go and become an assistant buyer or a merchandiser. So yeah, I had a lot of experiences where I really wanted to go and pursue something else. I wanted more responsibility. I wanted a challenge. I knew the problems that I needed to fix, but when you work for a corporation, you're working on a team, and you need to be able to influence those others. Right. Instead of leading by authority. Like, you need to be able to tell them, okay, this is the problem, this is how we can fix it. It's not all on you. I'd like to support you and help you with this. Do you think this is something that we can achieve? I prefer to change up my environment every 3 to 5 years, learn something new again, learn a new industry. Right now, I'm doing cybersecurity marketing, and I find it very interesting. Doing good by helping uncover evil around the world, and it's crazy, and I market that.
Oh, what a perfect time to be doing that.
I know, right?
Corporate, what are some of the advantages of being a Latin woman for you? What do you say when you're
I think it goes back to finding out what industry is acceptive and inclusive, doing your homework on that company to make sure that, people's voices are heard. I did a lot of that research on my last. Yeah, I see my Latinness as uniqueness, right? Not everybody gets the opportunity to go to school, to be able to work for really great corporations, make a nice salary. And I fought really hard to be where I'm at. And I'm not going to let people take that away from me or undermine my ability or make me feel like I'm less than player. Mm-hmm. Don't burn those bridges, because you never know when you're going to need that person's help again. Yep. And if we're moving every 3 to 5 years from company to company, you want to have good referrals. You want to be able to lean on your ex-boss and say, hey, can you write me a referral if you did a good job?
Yeah, I think when you mentioned the passion thing and the pushing the envelope, that's always been my personality, like very passionate, very like pushing the envelope. And I think also there's been moments in my career where I felt, boxed in, but it's because I think there was moments where I was outgrowing, right? And I didn't realize that it was an outgrowing issue, and I wasn't moving on, right, to like a new position or a new job. And so many times I felt like I could invent this wheel. I could reinvent this wheel. And so like, that's why, I branched off to do my own podcast. I've branched off to start my own like brand, because I feel like I've learned so much.
And this again goes back to when you're interviewing for that company, or you're trying to collaborate with somebody. If you're a small business owner and you're not really vibing with that person, you don't have a good rapport with that person, it's going to be a challenge for you to build that relationship. And sometimes, like, especially going through the interview process, you're all like showing up with your best self, right? the polished, shiny self. Now I know to like go deep and ask those questions about like, what's your style of management? All that stuff. And I luckily have landed with a really great boss. And I'm active on LinkedIn learning. Like, I do a lot of their training courses.